So Jasmine and Simone both share 71 and 26. Jasmine Guy was born on the 10th of March. Raven-Symoné was born December 10th. So they're both born on the 10th. That's a huge connection. Now we're going to get into how intertwined these two characters are. Right here is Jasmine Guy's breakdown, and it says that she is known for her role as Diana in the 1988 film and as Whitley Gilbert on the NBC Cosby Show spin-off A Different World. That show, A Different World, starts off being about Denise Huxtable until it switches into the main character being Whitley. But it starts off with Denise being the main character until they take her character off. And Denise, she's played by Lisa Bonet, and of course, Denise, she's a fictional character that comes from The Cosby Show and is later on a show called Different World, okay? Her stepdaughter on The Cosby Show is Olivia, who's played by Raven-Symoné. So I hope you guys see that connection, how intertwined and how complex that is. In simpler and lamest terms, basically the show that got Jasmine Guy big, one of the shows that got her big, is a spinoff from a show that her younger character is on. And on the spinoff show, the main character at first and the original character was the niece who comes from The Cosby Show. And Denise has this stepdaughter named Olivia, who's played by Raven-Symoné. So it's a huge twister, but it's there. The whole connection is insane. And of course, here's a picture of Raven-Symoné and Jasmine Guy. This literally looks like mother and daughter. These two characters share the exact same features, okay? Something I do want to clarify is they are not the same person, all right? So they're different vessels, but their look comes from each other, all right? So Jasmine Guy's look was implemented in the vessel that they made for the Raven-Symoné character. So that's all that really goes on here, is that their physical features and attributes are being recycled. And so another film which they were both on was Alex Haley's Queen, which was a slave movie. And I forgot to show you guys the gematria, but Raven-Symoné's name is connected with slave and slavery and other racial terms, and that's because it connects to this movie. A lot of times they are connected and intertwined with the movies that they play in. So right here in this movie, Queen is first played by Raven-Symoné when she's younger, but as she ages, she's played by Halle Berry, okay? And this is Jasmine Guy. Jasmine Guy plays the mother of Queen. So this is her and Halle Berry. Obviously, years have went by. They tried to artificially age Jasmine Guy in the movie. Okay, and then this is Jasmine Guy with Raven-Symoné, aka Queen. That was her name in the movie. And this is when Queen was younger, okay? And of course, she's her daughter in this. So these two characters, guys, they do massive damage control with. They love putting these two characters together. I've explained this in plenty of my videos, how sometimes they are in love with and love to work with the other character that is based off them or that they are based off of. And like I said, it's kind of just like a reflection. Either you love your reflection or you hate it. And sometimes you'll see some of these characters even beefing with their own reflections and their own other characters, such as like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. They beef all the time, right? And that's because it's just hate. They just don't like their own reflections, you know? So right here, Queen, the movie, and Jasmine both share 26. She was scripted to be in that movie. Simone, Jasmine, and Guy, which is Jasmine's last name, ironically, both share 28, 71, and 26, as you guys can see from these numbers. And then Whitley Gilbert Wang, which was Jasmine Guy's character on Different World, and Raven-Symoné Christina, which is Raven-Symoné's name plus her other middle name. Raven-Symoné has a very, very long name, and they did that purposely for scripting. So 99 is obviously connected here. And usually with this 99 thing, it's aligned to death. 99 represents the end because it's the end of the numbers. So this Whitley character, of course, that show came to an end. That could be what this mean, or it could mean that this Raven character might die, or someone around her may die, or that Jasmine Guy may die. Because usually when there's a lot of 99s associated with particular characters, they end up dying. And I showed you guys this in my weekend video, how Maxwell, he equals 99. And I showed you guys how Elvis, his full name, equals 99. Queen Elizabeth, 99. And many other celebrities who equal out to 99 or died in the year 1999 or is born in the year 1999 and they die. So right here, this is Raven-Symoné's whole breakdown. And of course, it says that her spouse is Miranda Madej, and Miranda is a woman, okay? As we see, the rainbow colored hair, which is associated with the flag. So New World Order and Raven both share 75. Raven's pushing a new agenda to be with the same gender as yourself, and that's part of the New World Order, is to have people dating the same gender as them. So of course, Raven and New World Order match up perfectly together, sharing 75, because she's literally pushing the New World Order. And Raven-Symoné was on a show called That's So Raven, which was about a psychic, and which in that show just so happened to share the same gematria. And here was a description of that show. So it says, no ordinary teenager, Raven Baxter, can see glimpses of the future. Very ironic that she has those type of abilities in that show. And then Raven-Symoné, and That's So Raven, she was scripted to be in that show way before they even introduced her character as a kid to people in these movies and shows. They've been planned out this character a long time ago, probably 100+ years before presenting her to people, okay? And they even scripted that she would have a show called That's So Raven, because That's So Raven and Raven-Symoné both share 162 in a reverse full reduction cipher. The name Raven, when you hear that, you know, there's a lot of things you can think of. When I hear it, I associate it with the bird. Jasmine Guy and Raven-Symoné, they both look like birds. So right here, it says that ravens have spiritual and magical powers, and although they are harbingers of death, they also are symbols of rebirth and afterlife. Raven-Symoné's physical look is a rebirth of Jasmine Guy. So basically they knew Jasmine Guy was older already. Let's recreate that look. And right here is another description about ravens, and it says that the raven is associated with loss and ill omen. And then right here, if we drop down, it talks about how the ravens act as a mediator connecting the material world and the spirit world, okay? So right here at the bottom, like I just said, they're a mediator type of animal that represents life and death. And then I also highlighted that it says ravens became associated with the dead and with lost souls. In Swedish folklores, they are the ghosts of murdered people without Christian burials. And in German stories, they're considered damned souls, so widely associated with darkness and evil. We're seeing a lot of things about damned souls, lost souls, and death, okay? And that's their main association, okay? And they're also a mediator between life and death, which I'm gonna show you guys a lot of magic stuff, okay? And then Raven and 33 both share the same gematria. They both share 60. As you guys know, 33 is associated with masonry. Masonry equals 33 in a full reduction cipher. We hear this name Raven so much. There's even the Baltimore Ravens. And of course, their color is purple. And purple is associated with magic. Purple equals magic. And then Raven, which is a comic book character. Many of us have seen this character in Teen Titans. And as we know, this character, she was a very dark type of character. She was very different than the other characters on that show. They all had their own distinct characteristics. All right, and then Celtics and Jasmine have the same gematria in all 4 ciphers. The reason why I connected Celtics to Jasmine is because she is from Boston. Boston, their basketball team is the Celtics. And then the name Raven was seen in Celtic mythology and Norse mythology, and it has all this death association. So that's why I linked that together. You're going to see a lot of things about the Celtics and Boston in this, because Jasmine's from Boston, and then Celtic mythology. So Guy, which is Jasmine's last name, which is pure mockery in everyone's face that she is a man. All of the female celebrities are very masculine and look like guys. So Guy and Kill both equals 17 and 28. All right, so now we're going to get into connections about Jasmine Guy and Tupac. As you guys know, Jasmine Guy and Tupac were really close. I'm not sure if they dated. It doesn't even matter anyway because it's all stage events if they do date. So they were really close, and there's a lot of scripting that I never brought up in my Tupac video, but I want to show you guys now. So Jasmine Guy and him were really close. Jasmine Guy in Las Vegas, Nevada, both share 43. Tupac died in Las Vegas, Nevada. Isn't that freaking crazy how she's scripted to that? And then she's from Boston Celtics, and the date that Tupac died, which was September 13, 1996, both share 78, so she's very much aligned to his death. And then Tupac was shot September 7th, 1996, okay? And that was on a Saturn, and then he died on a Friday. And Saturday and Guy, which is Jasmine's last name, both share 53 and 28. She's so scripted to his death. It is insane, guys. And I did not do gematria on this date of this picture, but I bet it's highly scripted. There's a astronomical amount of scripting that they do. So the whole picture is probably just scripted. So right here is a picture of them, and the way they're posing literally looks like they're dating. No two friends just pose like that. Madonna and Jasmine both share 26. He was scripted to be close to both of them, and they were scripted to both be close to him. And I bet Madonna has so much scripting towards his death also. Let's talk about the Cosby Show. I kind of saved this towards the end because there's a lot of things to talk about with this show. So this is a show made by Bill Cosby, and the Cosby Show and Jezebel Order both share 54. The Cosby Show and 44 both share 54. They have the same gematria. Black people equal 44. This show was made to predominantly target an audience of, in quotations, black people. And so yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching.